All right, AJT Jungle. I have two people that missed. I guess they were tuned out. I'm gonna go ahead and do this live again one more time, and then I can go get something to eat. I'm running out of steam. All right, so we're gonna do a recap from this morning. Just now getting things back on track. We last week the storm kind of had us messed up, or had me messed up. And this week my wife had two appointments that came up. The doctors needed some scans, and I missed 2 days with that of being able to do a recap and really much of anything. But we'll be back on track next week, and I'm going to talk to you about the futures program. I'll run back through that real quick so you'll know what that is. But first trade out of the gate, Tesla. We saw a couple, Tesla, Nvidia, Netflix, Meta. A lot of the stocks that we normally watch were setting up. We just needed to wait for them to trigger. So Tesla was the first one that I got hooked up with. We were looking at it pre-market, and we said over 206 would be, that's the ball I was calling. So if we hit over 206, we were going to get in. I was a little bit late getting in because this thing was moving pretty fast, but I got in right on the edge of the risk parameters. Took profit here at around 208, running into 208. Took profit here over 209, running into 210. And here was a linear regression channel and a daily pivot. So I was going to take profit here, which I did. But when I went to do it the first time, I accidentally added. So I ended up, taking profit here anyway. It kind of held the linear regression channel, and it got to my final target, which was a 50-day. Now here's the plan I had in my mind. I figured once it went through the 50-day, if it went through, we would get a pullback like this right here to hold, and I could get back in and get the trade back up to the 20-day. It never pulled back. It just kept going. So I wasn't going to chase it, even though, I could have chased it and scalped it up here. I don't want to get into that habit. Okay, that's not the habit I want to get into. So I took it off. This was a full pull. This was a beautiful trade. So I waited until we started to come back, and I said, when we reject here, this is going to be a good reversal. Well, the reversal kind of hung around. You could see it's just starting to sell off. The 9 came up so close I couldn't take profit there. So the next logical profit target is going to be the right around the 20 period moving average. So I've got a profit target out around here. I think it's around 213.25ish. So it's not on it. It's about 10 or 15 cents off of this, which is the smartest thing for me to do. But that's what we're working on, here. Yep, and we just got it. We just hit our target. So it was a matter of being patient and waiting. Now, the last thing I was explaining, I think this is when you came in. The reason I stayed in this trade, even through all of this going sideways, was we never lost the technical level I based the trade off of. Okay, if you're in a trade, what's telling you the trade is still in play is the technical level that you base the trade on. So I based the trade on the 20 period or the 20-day moving average, which is right here. We rejected off of that. So if at any point we went back up and closed back above the 20-day and made a new high, then we reclaim this level, technical level, and I have to take the trade off. That means the trade's dead. Me, after that, sitting there waiting for it to hit my max loss is stupid. I'm just giving money back to the market for no reason, because the trade has already told me that it's not working anymore. Okay, it's already given me a sign that it's done. So at no point did we go back and trade and close above this, take out the technical level. So as long as this is happening, the trade is in play, I'm not going to take it off. I'm going to wait for it to work. Now, will I have to modify my trade plan? Yes. You're going to have to do that. And so instead of me taking profit at the 9 when I got in, I had to wait and take profit at the 20, because that's the most logical spot to take profit. Waiting till I get to the 50-day moving average is stupid when the 20's sitting here. You're gonna get some buying at the 20. People are gonna be taking profit. And then you're gonna have some that are gonna be buying because they think it's gonna bounce. So this is the ideal place to take profit. And then now I'm just waiting to see, are we gonna get to the VWAP, which is always the final target on reversals. So that's our day, that's our morning on the equity side. We did have a couple that really look good. NVIDIA, really nice trade. Now this is a lower price stock you can size up on. You know, we're not getting the $5-6 moves like we used to, but we can trade 500 shares and make some decent money off of it. Meta, another really good move here. Nice breakout, and then nice secondary breakout. Look really good. I don't know if Microsoft did anything. Nah, Microsoft didn't do much, but you know, we had a few stocks that did pretty good. All right, so the other thing I talked about was the futures trading. Okay, we are going to start a futures academy, this is a little bit different than what I've been doing before, because futures, it takes a different mindset, and you know, I had to modify the mindset that I had, and you know, start using it and adapting it for the futures market. So what we're going to be doing, not only are we going to teach you, you know, go over all of this, teach you all of this, we're going to start with an eval account, pass the eval, trade the performance paying account, all the way up to payout. And then we're going to start over again. But what we're going to do is trade the new eval account along with the performance paying account, because I'm going to show you, we're going to trade the eval account the same way we trade our performance paying account, because that's the only way that you're going to be consistent. Now here's what happens to a lot of people that have been trading, you know, trying to trade futures with a prop firm, and they, you know, they get lucky, get a big move past the eval in one day, but you can't do that, because if you're with Apex, you got to trade that performance paying account for 10 days to qualify. Okay, and then you're going to be limited to what kind of money you can take out. Like if you have one huge day where you traded the news or something like that. All right, the other account we're going to be using Apex and Take Profit Trader, which is what we've been using this week. That has a different set of rules. The eval, which I like about it, is 5 days. Okay, and we have a different set of rules for that account. So we'll be going back and forth between Apex and Take Profit Trader. But the goal is to take you from the eval account, having you be able to maintain your performance account long enough to get paid. And that's the key. It doesn't matter if you pass the eval and you lose your performance account after 5 days. I've known people that's lost it after 8 days, 9 days. And they have to start all over again. So you have to understand, and this could be very, very lucrative and get you started to where you can have your own deal one day. And believe me, if they had this before, when I first started, this is the route I would have taken. But you got to be careful. I was telling them earlier about this trader. Once he looked at how much money he spent on evals and the performance accounts, buying the performance accounts, over $8,000, and nothing to show for it, because you're not trading, you're not using the eval process the right way, and it's hurting you when you get to your performance paying account. So if you do the eval process right, when you move to the performance paying, it's a seamless transition, and you're well on your way. But that's what we're going to be doing. It all starts next week. It's only a handful of spots that I have. This takes a lot more time to teach and to work through, but man, is it worth it. It is worth it in the end, because you're not risking. Where is it that you can risk less than $200 and make an unlimited amount of money over time? It's where are you going to get it? Alright, so what we're going to do, let me show you. So if you want to, okay, here's the Take Profit Trader account that I traded today. I didn't get into this. I didn't get back in. I took the first trade. This thing traded sideways. It pulled back. I could have gotten back in here, but I don't like futures when it's trading like this. I like to trade it when it has some volatility. The choppiness just makes it really, really uncomfortable for me. Some people don't care, but I like to be able to stay focused on it. But there are rules surrounding this and everything. But if you were following in the futures room, and there's a room dedicated specifically for futures, if you were following in that, you saw the first day I was down $450 or $475 somewhere, but I hit the max I could lose for that day. I had to stop trading. But I've since, over the last 2 days, come back, and I've got back to break even, and now I'm up. So I'm basically 1/3 of the way to passing the eval. I've got 2 more days before my 5-day thing. So I can't get there before 5 days. So I'm not rushing it. I'm taking my time. trying to pick my spots, and I'm sure that, I'll be there. Yesterday I had a really good day and I gave 2/3 of what I made back. And so, that wasn't good. But we're not having another day like that today. But what I want to show you, you can go to the website. I'll put the link in here. And then just go to the Futures Trading Academy. It'll give you a little bit more information about what I'm doing. And remember, this is a lifetime membership. There's no payment plan. There's no monthly dues. Look, you just cruise, once you're in, you're in. I've had, just last week, 2 weeks ago, I had a trader that was with me in 2017, 2018. Say, hey, I'm ready to come back. And they're back in. They don't have to pay a dime. So once you're in, you're in. But members, if you're already a member, you get this free. So you don't have to pay a dime. Just be there. But that's why there's only limited spots available. If you want to learn how to do futures and you want to learn how to do it the right way and not have to keep, buying evals and losing performance accounts before payout, we're going to do it step by step. We're starting and going through each step through payout, and then we're starting over and then trading the accounts that we're at payout status with alongside of the eval accounts. You can do that. Trade them all at the same time. Can't miss it. All right. So that's that. That's what I talked about. So you guys, now it's time for me to go eat because I'm starving.